Okay, in this video then I'm going to show you how to again loop over an array and so on, but this time I'm going to read in data from a text file, which is probably a little bit more beneficial, a bit more useful. But I'm going to do this, but then obviously illustrate array methods at the same time. Okay, so let's kick on then. So if we double click onto here, what I'm going to do is, this is from an old video, I should delete that beforehand. Get rid of that one. So just using that bottom part of the form there onto this box. What you will need set up as well, in the way VB works, if I just go back a few folders here, so this is the program folder, that's the .slm file. So if you go into the main folder, so again if you set up a project, then go to what's called the binary folder, and then the debug folder. I've created a text file in there called data.txt, and it's just got a series of numbers which we're going to pull from in a moment. Okay, so you need that first. Right, into the programming then. So let's create and declare an array. So we'll just call this one teams. Yeah, I'll do football teams. It's probably a better name than that really. And I have 5 integers in that text file, which is what is going to be used in a moment. I'm going to create another one just called temp for now, so empty array initially, and this is where then now we read, so we're actually still called reading data from a text file. So initially we're going to do them as strings. Alright, and these are just, what I'm typing here is just methods in order to do that, and there are different ways, but this one works pretty well, I've found, through different practice. I called it data.text. Okay, so you need to put that name of your text file, this bit here, in to accurate as possible. Well, it has to be accurate, otherwise it doesn't work. So exactly as you named it in your folder. So I'm going to set a for loop again, like we did in the previous video. So for as integer equals 0 to name of the array, so teams dot length -1, don't forget that. And then it's going to be teams. We're going to iterate over that, and then equals, pass that into the temp array. So we're reading the data. I'm going to put it in the temp array. I remember there it's we're dealing with integers in this case for the temp array, and we're going to put that into the teams array. So we're going to put it all in one. Oh, sorry, just put it in one rather. Okay, and then let's output this then. So list box 1 items dot add. It's sometimes a bit tricky sometimes working with text files. So this is, we're going to count this one. So let's write teams total, something like that. We're doing teams. That's the name of the array, and then in brackets we need to the name of the array again, then with the method. So we're going to use what's like .count method, which is the same as .length. It's just another way of doing it, and you can use either in your exams, either .count or .length. Return the length of the array would be absolutely fine. So that's that one. I'm just going to copy this line, then I could just speed things up a little bit. Okay, This one is going to be the first element in the array, so and that one is simply write first for that one. Okay. And then we want the idea of this data, actually, I've changed my mind as I've gone through this, was going to be, I was going to put points next to teams, but it doesn't really matter. Get the idea. This one's going to be last, so just to illustrate last. Again, quite useful methods. I don't need a bracket there for that one. I'm going to do it. This I do, sorry. Do it back there. Okay. And then we've got, we'll illustrate some other ones. We've got a max value as well. So this is where I can put the teams in now, actually. So it's like the max points that they scored in a league, say. So let's see Man United are going to win this one. So teams, and change that to max. And then we can do min. Copy it again. So the lowest point is going to be Liverpool in this case. Let's change that to min. And then we could do, what else could we do? We could do average. And these are all inbuilt methods. You don't have to calculate average. Average points. What else could we do? We could do the sum as well. Think about it. Yeah, do the sum. So actually, we'll leave it there. There's plenty there now. The sum's just quite straightforward to do. Okay, so let's see if this works then. I haven't tested this out beforehand. Let's run it. I'll probably get an error, as things never work first time. Alright, so here we go. Yeah, what's up with this? Okay. Alright, I think I don't know. Because I've copied it across, I don't need, I might have done that actually. I don't need that. I was doing teams.count, which you have to apply that method to the array, sorry, the name of the array. I don't need to do that there. It'll be the same for each of these as well, so you can take that off. Again, I didn't practice this before I started recording, just went and did it, but obviously it's good sometimes, I think, to keep the errors in. Okay, average. I think do I need that for that one? No, I don't know. It's the same for that. Okay. Still not happy with this, is it? Oh, of course, need a closing bracket, don't I? Rookie mistake, that one. Right, so if we run that now, if it behaves. There we go. So, team's total. So it's worked out the total. I'm trying to think that's count. That's not worked quite right, that one. I'm going to debug that one. It's the first one, the first bit of data just to check. That was the first one in the array. Alright, that just seems to pull the last one out. I'll fix that in a second. So that's 98, the first element. Last 62 is put out the max value. So it's worked out the max value, which is 98 in this case. The lowest 13, and it's done the average, which is quite nice as well. Okay, so let's work out that count one. That's not worked for some reason, that one. So just realised I don't know why I programmed it like that first. I thought I had to pass it in just from memory. I'm thinking there's the language in this case here. So you don't need, you just need to just put the method on, not do what I was doing, overthinking it, I think. Right, but so again, I don't mind leaving mistakes in, show you how to fix things, which I think is good. So if I run that again now, I think that should just return the total. Yeah, that's 4. Okay, which again, count. Again, you make these mistakes. Actually, there's not 4 in there. There's 5. So xstat. That's obviously wrong, so it doesn't need the -1. Unlike length. Let's just run that again. There we go, 5 this time. So that's count from 1 to 5, just picked up each one. Again, you know, be careful. I should have again picked up on that. It's not counting like in the for loop where you do need -1 because that's count from 0. That's just literally counting from 1. The number of entries in the text files, just habit sometimes when you put -1 next to things. But you know, again, I don't mind leaving mistakes in just to show what there is. It's always good to double check anyway that the whatever data is there is correct. Okay. All done, and next video we'll get a little bit more into text files and what else we can do with that as well.